Hi guys, Laura here. So today I'm going to be doing some work on my RV, and you probably can't guess what I'm going to be working on. I know it's a tricky one, but as you can see, I'm going to be replacing the toilet. So as a newbie RV owner, I realized that there's a steep learning curve to all things RV, especially if you buy an old one, because things don't always work the way that they're supposed to work. And honestly, I don't know the way that things are sometimes supposed to work. So for example, we have a very old toilet and it doesn't hold water. And so I didn't realize that RV toilets should hold water, and it makes sense after I did some research into it, because just like a P-trap in a sink drain, it holds water to stop the sewer fumes from coming up. The same thing is for an RV toilet. So obviously it doesn't have a P-trap, it just goes right down into the holding tank. So what the water does in the toilet bowl is stop any fumes from coming up. So that makes total sense, and I don't know why I didn't think of it earlier. So what I tried to do is replace the blade seal, which it was actually fairly easy to do. The problem is that didn't fix the problem. It's such an old toilet that I just decided to stop monkeying around with it and get a new one. When I was doing research on what type of toilet to get, I already have a Thetford in there, so I wanted to just get the same kind because I thought maybe just swapping it out would be easy. But also what I liked about this one is it has this power flush, which has 100% bowl coverage, which I really liked, because if you have used a RV toilet, you know the flushing system is, or can be, kind of weak. This one I bought also has a hand sprayer, and you don't need a hand sprayer, but everybody that I've watched on YouTube that has new RV toilets highly recommends having a hand sprayer. So I made sure to get one with that. We may not use it that often, because if it has this power flush, then maybe it's going to do its job. But I like the option of having it than not. So let me show you what I absolutely hate about my old RV toilet and why I am replacing it as well. Okay, so here's my bathroom, and here is my toilet behind me. The biggest thing that I hate is that you have to hand flush it. So you have to get down here like this. So my head is kind of like near the toilet bowl in order to flush. There's really no way of getting around not having my head there. Yes, granted, you can close the lid to flush it, and it's really not that bad. Honestly, it's not that bad. But do I want to have my head close to the toilet? Not so much. So if I can avoid it, I would like to avoid it. So the one I got is a foot pump, so I could flush it with my head way up here, which is so much better. The other thing is, the one I bought is porcelain, so it looks more like a home toilet, which will be a nicer feel. The other thing I'm going to do once I get this toilet out of here is I am going to replace the carpet that is behind the toilet, because whose brilliant idea was it to put carpet behind a toilet? Like, honestly, what's the logic in that? Like, if you have any little boys peeing in here, there's gonna get pee on that carpet, and it's carpet. You know how much that stinks? Luckily, I don't know, it doesn't stink right now, but maybe it does and I'm just immune to it. But come on, carpet right behind a toilet. I'm taking it out. I have some leftover laminate flooring that I used in my kitchen, so I'm just gonna stick it on there because that'll be easy to clean and hopefully it'll look nicer than a stained carpet behind the toilet. So those are the two things I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna show you how to replace the toilet. It's very, very easy. So fingers crossed it goes smoothly for me. All right, let's get started. Whenever I'm working on a job that requires me to disconnect any sort of plumbing that had water running through it, I always make sure to have some spare towels on hand. These are just towels I use that are like rag type towels. And I have a bucket because oftentimes there's water left in the line, so if you disconnect it and all of a sudden water starts pouring out, you want to be prepared. So the first thing that we have to do is we're going to disconnect the nuts that are holding the toilet together. It's in kind of a tight spot. Let me show you down here. So you can see the nut it's pretty rusted, so I'm hoping that it's easily disconnected, but we'll see. Fingers crossed on that one. Wow, it's turning, oh, fantastic. I thought it was gonna be seized, you guys. I'm pretty happy about that. So this one's coming out, and then I'm gonna do the other one. Oh my goodness, you guys, it's turning. I was not looking forward to this, but it's turning. Oh, thank goodness. The next thing we're gonna do is I'm going to lift up the toilet and hope nothing really bad comes out of it. I'm hoping it's not nasty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a garbage bag and get it ready to be able to just place the toilet in the garbage bag. And I'm going to get another bag to cover up the hole where the flange is, so that no odors come up. Those are the two things I'm going to do, and I hope that it will be easy to just take the toilet off. Okay, so it's attached to this hose that I'm gonna have to disconnect first. And I knew it was attached to a hose, but I thought the hose would have a little bit more flexibility to it. And it should just be hand tightened. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Here, I'm gonna show you guys. Right here, it's attached to the back of the toilet, and it's just a hand tighten. Now this is where I think the water is gonna start coming out. I can feel it. Okay, I'm gonna get the towels to be prepared for the water that is coming out. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I can feel the water. Okay. Let me just put the camera. Okay, so now I can remove the toilet, and I'll put it in this bag here, and then get it out of the way. And I think I'm gonna have to go to the store to get a hose to connect to the toilet, because this one will not. It's not flexible at all. Ugh, that's a pain. Okay, so I'm gonna make a trip out to the hardware store, I guess. Ugh. Okay, before I go to the store to get the tubing that I need, it's so annoying. Why can't it just be easy? I'm gonna take off the carpet and tend to that, just because I'm annoyed right now and I need a minute before I go to the store. Okay, so I removed this box, and this is what's behind the box. That's why the box is there, to cover up all of those wires. I will put the box back in a second, but I just wanted to show you guys what I'm dealing with here. So if I put this toilet on, my old attachment, this just screwed into the top bit of the toilet. Well, my new toilet here is right here. So what I was going to do is see if I could find a flexible attachment to go on here. But luckily my cousin is an RV technician, and he told me it's best to use this, cut it, add an elbow add an elbow joint in order to attach it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the box on, I'm going to put the toilet on, and then I'm going to cut it. And this is the thing that I got right here. So basically it just snaps on. If it doesn't work, then I did buy a connector thing, which I can return because it looks like this will fit. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put the box back. Okay, so I have the box on. It looks way better than the carpet. I just worry that there's not enough space here. I'm gonna see. Anyways, I'm gonna see how it goes. And then I'll cut this, I guess, after the toilet's on, which will make it harder, but I'm gonna put it on and then I might have to take it off. I'm gonna see. Okay. Just as I suspected. Why can't things just work out easily? You see right here, that is where I should be connecting the hose, and there's just no way because it's right against this thing. which makes me want to cry, you guys. So I'm on day 2 of the project. That should have taken me like 20 minutes. But of course, I ran into a bunch of roadblocks. The biggest one being that the connector on the toilet was in a completely different area than the connector on the old toilet. So I thought if I bought the same brand, it would just be an easy swap out, but I was very wrong. It was not an easy swap out. So the biggest problem was the box. When I put the toilet on, the connector sat flush against the box, so there was no way I could connect anything to it. So I had to cut the box. The problem is the box is hiding the electrical equipment. So all of this stuff is under the box. So instead of the box being a box shape, it now looks like this. So it's gonna sit on an angle like that, because what I need to have happen is all of the wires and stuff will be back here, but I need this to be low enough so that the connector will fit on top of that. So I've also come across a problem where this pipe here I couldn't put an elbow on it to fit it this way because the box is going to come right up against it here, and this wouldn't have enough flexibility to go back in order to put it on like that. So what I did is I took this completely off and I added this. It was just one of those push connectors. What I like about this actually is it has a shutoff valve. So this obviously doesn't have a shutoff valve. So it's great because in the winter time when I put in the water-free toilet, I'll be able to just shut off the water right here, and it won't leak and I won't have to worry about that. So I just like to have that feature. Okay, so that's what the box looks like now in, and I'm hoping that this will be low enough so that the toilet connector right here will be able to sit on top of that. That is my hope. Okay guys, so I think it worked out. If you can see back here, this fits nicely now. But you can see how far back it goes. It wouldn't have, like this box would have interfered with it. So now this connector will fit around onto the pipe right back here. So I'm gonna finish connecting up the toilet. I'm gonna bolt it down and then we'll get the water on. But oh my goodness, this was a job and a half, like way more complicated than it had to be. But it's done and that nasty carpet is gone, thank goodness. So I will finish assembling this and we'll test it out. Okay, so you can see that the toilet is a bit wobbly when it is on, but once you tighten the bolts, it will tighten it down and it won't be wobbly anymore. So you can see now this is solid now that I've tightened it in. Okay guys, I'm finally finished the toilet. It was a bigger job than I expected it to be, but it's done and I connected it and nothing is leaking down here, thank goodness. Now I love this one because it's ceramic, like a home toilet, and it has a good flush and it has that foot pedal flush, so now I don't have to have my head near it when I flush, and it has like a nice flush actually. So, and then you just push halfway for it to fill up the bowl. I'm so happy to have a working toilet and to have that nasty old carpet gone. So anyways guys, thanks for watching as always. Be sure to subscribe to my channel to be notified when I post new videos. All right guys, take care. Bye.